This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2013 Coachmen Clipper tent camper, classic 1285 SST. Okay, I'm just going to go over it and show you some of the basic features of it. Another way to find out is go to the manufacturer's website and look at their videos. You could also go to the, like in case of the cassette toilet, it's made by Thetford. So that's where you would go to get detailed instructions on it, okay? So this is a freshwater fill here for the freshwater tank. The reason you would fill that is if you're camping someplace that does not have city water, you can pre-fill your tank and then use the onboard pump to pump the water. I'll show you where the switch for the pump is when we get inside, but if you have city water, you don't have to worry about it. But if you're camping somewhere, boondocking or wherever, wherever you're camping, they don't have a city water hookup, you could just take your water with you, okay? Your bin, your front storage slides out halfway also, slides this way, so you can access it with the front bed open, okay? Here we just have your winch, or is it a winch? your winch switch for your roof to raise it and lower it. This is a vent for your furnace here. Of course, your slide out is out. You just twist this like that to latch it and unlatch it. This is where you turn your refrigerator on and off, right? So the wide green one, like it says here, 120. The one green one is 110 or 120 AC. So when you're plugged in, you're just going to go like that. Keep in mind it's gas absorption, so it takes a long time to reach operating temperature. Okay. Also, if you're running it on 12 volts, for example, you can turn that on like that. All right. Now there is. Let me open the bottom one here so we can see here. See if I can get this off without getting any tools. You got to get them perfectly vertical. Well, I might have to set this down just for a second. Hold on, please. I'm going to set this down. There we go. So, you can also light this on gas if you choose to. Most people don't run it on gas. They never use the feature, but you can. So, basically, you're going to go to the on position. Go to on, you depress this and then spark it like that. It'll take a while for the gas to work its way up. You look in this spy hole right here, right, and you'll actually see in there once it lights. Sometimes if there's gas in the line all the way through, it's a very small delivery line. So if there's gas all the way through the pilot line, then it'll light pretty quickly. If not, it can take a bit. You just try it a few times, shut it off. Wait a few seconds, do it again. Just make sure you depress this here. Oh, I think it lit that time actually. Also, you want to hold this in for 15 seconds, whatever it takes to keep the pilot light lit. If you take it off, your finger off, and the pilot light goes off, you didn't hold it long enough to heat up the thermocouple, okay? Keep that in mind. But it sparked to sound like it lit there. Okay, so that's where the 3 energy sources for the refrigerator. Like it says here on this tag right here, only use 1 energy source at a time. Never double up on them or anything like that. You just use one. Almost always it's going to be the 110 AC, you know, plugged in at a campground, okay? This is just a spray hose here. Pull it out and plug it in right here. It's quick connect. Behind here is your water heater. The switch to operate it is inside. Right now this is empty and it's bypassed, so it's in winter mode. So keep in mind, never run it without water in it. Once you get the trailer dewinterized for the summertime, you always want to make sure the water heater is full before you turn it on, okay? This is just a sink drain here. It just takes a garden hose type fitting, okay? Your cord is a 25-foot 30 amp cord, you can see. We give you a reducer with it to reduce it down to a 20 amp plug if you want to plug it in at home ever. This is your city water hookup right here. That's the most common way to get water to the trailer. You just screw the hose on there, turn it on, you're all set. Okay? So let me come around to the other side here. Awning is self-contained. All of the poles and everything are in the rafter of the awning, so keep that in mind. Like I stated, this, let me see if I can show you. Your sink and toilet, or no, shower and toilet, I'm sorry, are right here. So to flush it, you use this lever here. To add water, use this one here, okay, that button. And that's how you flush the thing. It all flushes into here. Like I said, it's a Thetford product. You're best to go to their website and get their directions or watch their videos. There's all kinds on YouTube. It's called a Thetford cassette toilet. But this can pull right out. It's like a portable black tank, and you can pull it out, and then you can take it and dump it, clean it out, and then put it back in. So it's good for nighttime use, you know, for kids or whatever. Otherwise, you could just use the campground facilities. We have sound here. That's self-evident. What happens there? You got keys here. If we come down here, this pulls forward to bring it down. There's a kill switch underneath here. So as soon as I just pull it up, it disconnects the power. So keep that in mind. If ever you can't get power on and you can't figure out what it is, always look at that switch down there, and maybe that's the problem. That's always a good thing to know. Okay. This device right here is the power converter. It converts AC to DC power. So you see you have a couple, 3 circuit breakers here, actually 4 I think. That's 110 AC, and they're labeled. Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC down here, and you got 12 volt fuses, right? And they're labeled. Also, when you're plugged in, this will charge your battery. So as long as you're plugged in, it's going to be charging your battery up front. Okay? To light your water heater is right here. It works. I started it up. This is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector here. That's what it sounds like. And then back to green. So if it ever goes off, you take everybody outside, you shut off your appliances if they're running, turn the gas off, and figure out what's going on, okay? To turn your furnace on is right here. When you shut it off, it should click to the left, right? So keep that in mind. As soon as you click it off, the flame will go out, but it'll still run for another couple minutes to finish its cycle, okay? It lights automatically, so it makes 3 attempts to light. If for any reason it doesn't light in 3 attempts, which it should always light, but in case it doesn't, all you do is click it off. It'll still be running, but you click the gas off, it'll reset it, and you turn it, and you bring the control right back over to the right, and it'll start the cycle again, so it'll light that next time, okay? Okay, this is your GFCI. All the plugs in the trailer, even the outside one, are wired through this GFCI. Keep that in mind. This is where you, let me see if I got my flashlight on me. This is the back of the water heater. And these are the bypass valves I told you about. So you have to look around and educate yourself. You may know all this already, but right now the water heater is bypassed. The reason they bypass it is because you can't get antifreeze in there. It'll leave a really foul taste. So all trailers have a bypass for their water tank that you bypass before you put the antifreeze in, okay? So that's where that's at. And also, I believe you're, let me look around here. Okay, all right, so this is the switch for your water pump right here, okay? This is the refrigerator. Obviously, the controls are on the outside. You can actually latch it shut by doing that, okay? There's also another latch in it, so you can latch it and keep the door open a little bit. If you use the outer groove, I guess you would call it, you can. Let me see if I can do this one-handed. Another ability test that I'm going to flunk here. Anyway, like that, and it leaves a crack, so you know it's good to keep your refrigerator cracked when you got this in storage. So, okay. let's see what else we have here. The range is just, you just light it with a grill lighter. It's got 3 burners. This is your fantastic fan. So you open it with this right here. Then this is a lock. You always want to unlock it before you raise it, because it locks down so it can't creep open when you're traveling. So keep that in mind. And then you have 3 speeds right here. It works really well. Okay. Of course, your air conditioner has the controls right on it. That's thermostat, and then you have, I think, 2 fan speeds, which are just the compressor or the air conditioner running without the compressor, and then you have 2 cooling speeds for air conditioning. Okay. And let me see here. When you bring the beds in, remember, you have to pull. There's one of these on each rail, so you pull that up and it releases it. Okay. Let me see if there's anything else I need to show you. That's your furnace there, even though the controls are on the other side. Okay. All right. Let me look around. Also, your slide room latch is shut here too, and those are the latches to before you bring it in, you can flip the latches on it. Okay. All right. Okay, I think that pretty much covers it. Let me look around a little bit. This, of course, folds out, or pulls out and turns into a bed. This is the table here. So it turns into a bed like it is now, or it has to be stowed like it is now in order to travel, okay? So that's another bed if you need it. So there's a lot of sleeping room for a tent camper, okay? All right, so I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Make sure you remember that this is winterized right now, and you want to put the drain plug in the water heater and put the valves in the correct position before you fill it with water. And that's it, basically. So thank you very much.